Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. We are on the road to Casablanca. Just to do a quick review, we got one objective here, three objectives here, and one objective way down here. So we're gonna be doing a short, just a nice solid city fight here. So let's get started. How do I want to handle this? Dearborn squad definitely needs some experience, but I want to get these squads suppressed because I don't want to have to deal with them. These are cavalry squads, same as we've had before. So that means I'm going to start with Stern. So we'll start. We'll shoot this squad with this machine gun. Very good. Suppressed one of their officers. That's good. Excellent. And then we got this other squad. I'm just going to activate the squad. I don't know if that matters, but anyway, we're going to shoot at this squad as well. It is la guerre. I agree. Alright, and then we're going to actually leave Stern here for now, because I wanna leave these units having some action points. I'm going to turn you to face here. To cover this area. I may end up doing some recon by fire and weapon range a little later. Let me see. I got 13 turns, so I don't have a huge amount of time. I've got Captain Lamb over here, so that's good. Let me do a quick double check on where I am with my mortars. What's our range? Our range is 20. How long is this battlefield? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 between those two buildings. 16, 20. So I don't have mortar coverage of the entire battlefield. So if I want to continue to use my mortars later on, I will have to move them. Captain Lamb has freaking no visibility anywhere. Do I want to take a turn I don't want to take a turn to move him just yet, because I don't know what I'm going to use him for. Let's go ahead and end the leader round. And then I think we'll send Dearborn in to go after these units. Oh, oh, oh. Interesting. Alright, so I got an enemy unit in this house. That shouldn't surprise me. Anyway, let's get Dearborn going. So, I think where I want to go first is here. And then we'll try to do a bolstered assault on this unit. Because I think this fire arc is from this unit, because I think this unit's got a max weapon range of 5. Yeah, so this unit's not going to be... this unit should only have fire coverage out to here. Does it make more sense to bolster and try to get here? I wonder. Just once again... We do have an open terrain assault range, but this unit is in... Yeah, that means this unit's in significant cover, so I will need a bolster to get there. Anyway, the other thing I'm concerned about is... I don't know if there's an enemy unit here. My suspicion is there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have the ability to check right now. Let's run this unit across into cover. Alright, so they've been spotted. And they've in turn spotted another enemy unit who shot at them. Alright, little bit of suppression. Not that big of a deal. An HMG. Alright. Alright, so that's not ideal. Do I do recon by fire and weapon range into this spot? I think I have to. I can't have an MG over on my side here. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot over there. This unit's already been spotted. Alright, looks like there's nobody there. Looks like nobody's home. This unit's already spent their giblets. If I go buck wild, I could send a bolstered assault right into that unit, but that's asking for trouble. And what do I think the chances are there's not an enemy unit up here? Again, I should have plenty of units with a visibility to that hex. I'd be a little surprised if it turned out there was a unit there. But again, sight range is pretty rough in this game. Could have Captain Lamb hop up and call down some fire support there to find out. But let's send Lieutenant Dearborn forward with his unit. Uh-oh. Alright, we're good. So, we have the ability to shoot. We have the ability to bolster and assault. So, I think that's the right call. Bolster.
We shall not falter here.
And then this unit can go across and grab him. Let's see. Can I get... No, there's no way. Alright. Oh, I'm praying this works. This might be a giant mistake, but I've got another unit I can bring in to deal with it if it turns out to be a huge error. Ah, beautiful. Alright. So we're in there, and sure as clear as day, there was indeed an enemy unit over there. Alright, so I'll bring this unit up to here, where Lieutenant Dearborn is chilling in cover. Let's just go this way to make sure that we don't wind up too close to any enemy units. Alright, they have been spotted. That's fine. And do I shoot at one of these units? I think I actually do. Yeah, let's shoot at this HMG squad. Just as long as we're over here and we're not going to get any other actions. Get ourselves a little bit of experience. Do a little damage to the enemy. Alright, so, as predicted, an enemy unit was in this spot, and there's an enemy unit here. So we've got a little bit more for Lieutenant Stern's machine guns to do, I think. And I feel reasonably confident in my ability to take this hex turn 1. Since there's not an enemy unit here, I can also bring a unit up to occupy that space, and that's heavy cover. So that should be good. Again, I don't need to grab anything down here except for this on this side, so I'm not sure how much effort I devote to this side of the game. With that being said, there is a unit in this house, and that's going to be a real garbage situation, because I'm basically going to need to run to here and then kind of leapfrog across to get this unit. I don't know what unit's over here, so I might shell the house with Captain Lamb. In fact, that is seeming like probably the right call. Let's end Lieutenant Dearborn's leader turn and start with Lieutenant Stern. Oop. What happened? Who's making noise? Okay. Nobody yet. All right.
Que ce soit des Américains. Watch your flag.
All right. And this MG squad will attack here. And then we'll send first platoon in to deal with them. First platoon's first squad, second platoon? First platoon's second squad might actually be able to get directly in there, but obviously I don't know what's going on with this unit, so I can't be too... I do need to be conscientious about that. Alright, let's take a moment to check our sight lines. Can see from here. Can see from here. What about from here? No. Alright, so I gotta put... I think putting Captain Lamb here is a little bit of a trap. Because I don't know if there's an enemy unit in this house, and there's definitely ways in which I could have checked, but I haven't done. Suppose I could shell it. I do have the ability to do that with Lieutenant Stern, and he's pretty well set up. Captain Lamb also hasn't been seen yet. I could risk it. Again, I don't have a lot of range with that mortar. What about from back here? Alright, I do have the visibility back there. So, let's go here.
Y'all know Casablanca is just down the road a piece.
Alright, so... that unit is fully suppressed. Alright, I'm feeling very good. Putting Captain Lamb here was the right call. Let's drop some mortar fire on this here house. Boop.
Get the BAR up here.
Cool. Alright, scare the bejesus out of these other units. And that's what's important. Alright, so I think we'll go to Lieutenant Murphy next leader turn. Now that this unit's fully suppressed, I might just run in like a big dumb idiot.
Get the BAR up here.
This unit's already shot. I could move first squad here. No, I want to get more trust and some more experience with second squad, because they're only at 2 stars right now. So we'll put them here. I think this enemy squad is facing... It's hard to tell. Hey, you need to face somewhere slightly more productive. Actually, here's an experiment. Alright, that's what they look like facing northward. That's what they look like facing that way. Well, it's a lot easier to tell with these units. I think this squad's facing this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here. Okay. Alright. A plane buzzes high overhead. God, I hope it's one of ours, Private Roberts considers. Everyone else is thinking the same thing. I don't like that. So... What are our chances on assault? Too far. Alright, well, that's not a shocker. Let's go ahead and bolster.
Go full out.
Now, if I take this squad and assault here, it's going to go through the correct hex. Technically assault there. That's really, really bananas. Morale is good. If I send Lieutenant Murphy in with, that'll be the end of his go-round. But I think that's the right call. It's 100% morale. Winning initiative chance is very high. Let's do it. First objective achieved. This should give us a better view of what's going on around here. Beautiful. Alright, one enemy unit over here. Not that big of a deal. Now, the question is, do I try to get really creative with this squad? They have 4 orders. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This puts me within assaulting range, I think, of... There's no way. There's no way. That would be ridiculous. That would be totally maidenless behavior if I did that. Ridiculous. No one would agree. The Codex Astartes does not support maneuvers as I am about to do. What if the enemy's got a unit in here pointed this way, or someone in this little this little enclosure. It would be stupid. Just stupid. I really want to get rid of that heavy MG, though. Well, let's get them to here. And see what things look like. They can shoot here. They can get to here. They can get to here. Putting them in cover.
Move up.
But speed is always of the essence in games like this. If I go here, I'm not going to be able to take out a heavy MG. If I go here, I've still got some ability to fall back if it turns out to be a giant mistake. So we'll go there, and we'll pray for rain. Alright, so I can only assault this unit.
Hit him hard.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm doing it. I'm going buck wild. Nice. All right. Now, do I even have the ability to get extra stupid with this? I actually do. God is with us. We're doing it. Freedom! Yes! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Whew! First squad of first platoon, you are my heroes. Alright, that has given us a ton of breathing room. So, where to next? I think we bring up third squad. And I just think we get them into a reasonably concealed position. They have visibility here, they do, but it's very bad. And they're suppressed. Let's go ahead and bring them up. This is Lieutenant Murphy's last action point. Okay, they have been spotted. And this unit has an action point. So let's... I got very greedy last round. Very greedy. So let's not get quite as greedy. We'll throw them into this house. And that'll be what'll be for that side of the assault. Alright, that's pretty good. And now Lieutenant Wilson. So now I have to figure out how to deal with this situation over here. Concentration of enemy units over here is frightfully high. And they're all ready for action, which I don't love. I think maybe what kind of visibility does this... This MG doesn't have visibility to any of the units I need suppressed. What about this one? They do. So if I push this MG...
Keep your heads down.
If I do that, then what's the plan? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? That is risky. This is not real cover. This is a depression, not a wall. So all of this territory is open. But this unit's shot already. So one option is I shoot at this unit to take away their shot. And then I just get a unit forward to this house. I get a unit forward to this house. I get another unit in here to grab this MG. And now it's all enemy cavalry squads. And hopefully they don't have another guy in this building. This is getting pretty greedy for turn 1, but if you got shots, take them. Right, so now, take this squad. I'm going to bolster with Lieutenant Stern. And then we're going to shoot at this unit.
Watch your flank!
Focus fire!
Okay, they got an officer kicking around in there. Not ideal, but but pretty all right.
Watch your flank!
All right. So
Give him an inch.
this squad.
Stay down!
Okay, so just double checking. I can't give this squad back their morale, but I can do that next turn with Captain Stern if I
Fire!
wanna. So that'll be good. And now finally it's time for Lieutenant Wilson to do his work. So I've already shelled this building. If there's an enemy unit there, my chances of knowing about it already are pretty high.
On your left! On your left!
Let's go in.
Get those gams moving!
Okay, we took a little suppression. And the squad ran out of goo. Alright. Yeah, that's not gonna play. That's definitely not what we want. So, we'll press the squad.
They need us out there.
Oh, I wish that had not happened.
Keep moving!
What is going on with this range? Bolster? Yeah, alright. So that'll give us the ability to get into
We've
that
almost
house.
finished the job.
Go in the house! Oh my god, you fools. Oh, this is a disaster. They can't even get where they're going.
Stay down!
Ah, cripes, and I can't even... Now I've run Captain Wilson completely out of orders. Alright, that's okay. The other flank went really well this first turn. So it's not a tragedy. We're still...
Keep it up!
We haven't been spotted yet. We haven't been spotted yet. I've only got one other squad. What is with these squads' movement speed?
Cover!
Alright. Alright. Anyway, enough griping and complaining. Let's get back into cover. Face the enemy. And call them all again on that side of the battle for this turn. Sorry, Lieutenant Wilson. My eyes were bigger than my stomach, apparently. What is going on with these? I feel like our squads over here have much higher movement speed than these ones, and I'm not sure what that's about. Alright.
Take cover!
Doesn't appear that anything has gotten effectively done over there. So we'll start once again with our heavy weapons team. And this time we'll focus fire over here. So, first of all, I'm going to have Stern bolster this MG.
Failure ain't an option.
And we'll take out their HMG. Wow, they got officers in both of those units. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Don't like it even a little. Do you have the ability to shoot at either of those? You don't.
Hit the dirt!
Unfortunate. Yeah, I think I'm going to cost this guy his other action as well. I think that's the best way to do it, and then we'll shell the other with the mortars. Beautiful. Alright, now, Captain Lamb if you could please hit these fellas. You can't. Alright, smart, cool, cool and good. Alright. Go ahead and bolster this MG.
Keep moving.
And then...
Stay on line.
Can Lieutenant Stern should be able to hit that unit? And then Captain Lamb can take command of that MG. Mortars on you.
On your right. On your right. Go, go, go.
Didn't do the kind of damage I was hoping would get done. Alright. And then this squad... go ahead and take command. And shoot here.
Firing.
Now, I have a little suspicion. My suspicion is... I'm still a little suspicious there's an enemy unit in this house. So, I'm going to shoot at them again. I'm going to do one last recon by fire and weapon range into here.
Move.
Because if I can get a unit in there, I'm going to be sitting real pretty. Alright, that's Stern for the turn. No one else is doing jack all. Let's get Wilson out in here. Now, last turn he was here and couldn't get into the house. But he should be able to from here. And if he can't, I'll bolster. Why does this keep costing this squad both of their... What's going on with them? Oh, cripes. This is a huge problem. Do I need to press them again? I can't press them again because they've already been pressed this battle. What is going on with this squad? Alright, I need to stop faffing about here.
Stay on line.
I don't know what's going on with this squad, but they're getting goofed up and it's not good. So, we're just going to have to move squads forward and pray. I think at this stage. Okay, they've been spotted. So,
Get the BAR.
let's take some shots at this enemy unit here. Keep them suppressed. And then with this squad, we're just going as far forward as we can.
Heads down.
Don't get frisky.
Getting the enemy flank. Alright, they've been spotted now, so that's not ideal, but it is what it is. Can I send you here to here? Yes. Alright. Alright, anything else going on over here? Oh, this is a bad situation. This is a really bad situation. But that's okay. It's okay. Lieutenant Murphy will be able to come in and support over here, and Lieutenant Dearborn will continue moving over here in the west, and hopefully that'll let us get done what we need to get done. Alright.
Watch your fire.
Oh, nothing. Alright, beautiful.
Move.
I can't rally this unit. I could bolster them. I'm going to bolster them. And then maybe the answer is actually Captain Lamb comes here and bolsters this unit.
Stay on line.
I'm going to bolster this unit's morale with Lieutenant Wilson. No, I'm not going to do that right now.
Watch your flag.
That's just silliness. Let's get Lieutenant Murphy moving forward. What is with my movement speed in this scenario? If I bolster this unit, can I get a little farther? I can. In fact, if I bolster them, I could fire off an assault immediately.
No speeches today. Get this done.
Alright, time for Rolling Assaults Murphy to try to... Oh, That's a risky path. Let's do it.
Stay down.
Let's get going! Charge!
Woo! Now. Now. Do I assault Captain Pierre and his brother over here with Lieutenant Murphy? That just seems ridiculous and stupid. A terrible plan. I could attack this house. I've got an enemy unit down here that I need to worry about. Ugh. Would I be being so ridiculous if I did this way? I can't just do cascading assaults all the time. It's so risky. I don't know what's around here. These guys are in decent cover, but not great cover. I'm going to bring this squad up to support. Can I get you into that good cover? I can. The other hand, I could get them here. See if we spot any enemy units in these houses. Gosh, the next objective is pretty close. If they go here, can they still get in there? They can't. So it's either here or here. Oh, they got one other action point, another order. I'm going to take him here. Okay, good so far. Let's put them here. Alright, looks like this building is unoccupied. That's very good. I'll be able to move them in there next turn and take some shots at that unit.
Keep your heads down.
What are my actual prospects with this? This is a morale check I can definitely make, but my chances of getting shot at are not zero. Because this enemy unit may not have any suppression. No, I think it's too risky. It's too risky for now. I'm going to leave first squad where they are because I'm going to bring up Dearborn's platoon afterward. Alright, so that's Lieutenant Murphy's... That's the beginning of the first part of Lieutenant Murphy's turn.
La France est de notre côté.
Okay. Someone rallied. I don't know where. Okay. Alright. Sure hope there's not an enemy unit in this building. That would be a real problem for me. Alright. Dearborn, you're next. Let's get you over here. And into this good cover. Please go through the... Oh! Cripes. I pressed shift instead of control. Just like Jesus intended. Alright. Dearborn and his squad, move them on up. And we got some decent cover over here. And first squad... We can get in the water. Going around the side doesn't seem useful if there's not an enemy unit here, which there might be. But they would have shot at me by now. A shout rises up on the right flank as a new enemy position is... Oh no, there was a guy there! Oh no! A shout rises up on the right flank as a new enemy position is sighted. Moments later, that position is confirmed when the repeated crack of an AA gun echoes across the desert as it spits fury at the plane overhead. Oh, cripes. Please don't be here. I'll feel real stupid if it's here. Okay, spotted AA gun where? Over there! Oof. My nerds, I had such a good plan. I was going to get all my objectives. is it just bananas if I send Lieutenant Murphy's first squad way out there to deal with it? Okay, this is... Is this a stone wall? I think this is a stone wall in most directions except for this way. So this is a risk. I'm not going to be able to activate Dearborn again, so I'm going to put them there so that they're not in the open. Quit counting those sheep, Private. Alright. What's the relevance of this? And more importantly, if I send... I'm going to think on that some and end the turn and end the leader turn for now. See if the enemy does anything. Alright, enemy seems like they're vibing.
On your left. On your left.
If these units continue to not do jack all, I'll be able to get into this house and that'll be fine. And then do some assaults over here and that'll be good to go. Because both of these squads have full everythings. Alright, so I think last thing for this turn, we'll take Captain Lamb and bolster the morale of this. Already bolstered. Alright. Oh, I'm so good at things. Do I move him forward? I don't think so. Not yet, at least.
Keep your heads down.
This is a wild position. Alright, I think... maybe I actually reconsolidate Lieutenant Murphy's squads over here and send Lieutenant Dearborn west to deal with the AA gun. Deal with the Yak-Yak. But I'm already sending Lieutenant Murphy to support this attack, which is supposed to be Lieutenant Wilson's. Still, I think keeping platoons together is the right call. Not any real good cover over here, so we'll move this unit back and around. And can I get up into this covered position? Not yet. So, we'll let it be for now. Alright, not my best turn. We'll see what the enemy does between this turn and next turn. Okay, alright.
I hear thunder, LT!
Oh, that's not ideal. That's okay. Alright, with that being said, we've gotten a nice, solid session. And I know it's only been 2 turns, but we've got a full episode here. So I'm going to call it for now. Things are really heating up, friends. I'm gonna go for some kind of stretch objective, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll get ourselves some air support if we take that position, or maybe we'll just earn ourselves the appreciation of the United States Army Air Corps. But that's gonna have to be determined in a later episode. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.